Gemini, welcome to my new digs. This is a new environment, yes, but only temporary. I'm visiting my son in Florida, so FYI. How are you? And I hope that you're doing extremely well. What's up? I know. Sometimes I don't even know what to say, but we're gonna get right into the cards. Gemini, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and click that bell, notifications, all notifications. I upload Gemini along with Taurus and Aries every single Thursday before 6 a.m. Pacific time. Also join me over on my new channel, Astrology Motivation. That's where I post my weekly astrological forecast and my astrology motivation, basically manifestation through astrology and tarot videos. And then also join me on Instagram, Born_without_boundaries, where I go live. We can shoot the shit together. You get a free daily tarot card reading. It's pretty awesome. Thank you so much for all your support, guys. Let's dive in. Gemini. Opportunity knocks. Go for it. Knowledge. Seek knowledge. This is really awesome. Let me tell you something. You guys are blowing up. You know, it's so nicely positioned right now in terms of intellect, because in terms of intellect and ingenuity and great ideas and really communication. So it's like the exchange of great ideas. People are really poised and like positioned for Gemini appreciation right now. Let's put it that way. Opportunity knocks. Go for it. There you go. Now, how is this opportunity coming into you? Seek knowledge. There is information coming to you. There is, like I said, ideas opening up, a togetherness, a curiosity, but it's not just yours. And that's the great news. It's everybody else on the same page. It's not everybody else, you know that, but like other people being curious, other people liking the curiosity of you, the intellect of you, the interesting things about you. This is a real great time for you to debut or debut a new idea, a new project. I am a voice. Okay, you got a purpose behind here too. You've been working on something where you want to be heard. Yep. Now, a voice for what? All this says is that, okay, check this out. I am a voice, Gemini, is also I am being listened to, right? It's not just I'm talking into the wind and nobody's hearing me. I am a voice means that there is a purpose. You have an inspiration or a purpose inside of you. You know you have to speak out about something. You know you have to speak up about something, and you're going to do it. No questions asked. But the thing is this, I will be heard, right? Because a voice, what is a voice? It's a sound. If it's not being picked up by somebody's ears, you still make the sound, but a voice is heard. It's something that's heard, and you will be heard. This is why it's a great time. Opportunity knocks for you to actually say what you need to say, debut what you need to debut. And then we have I Am Cherished. Now this is the card that we wanted. New moon, there's a new moon in Taurus coming up on the 11th, which is next week, welcoming in, not, I would say attention definitely, but also recognition and appreciation. I am cherished. I am a voice and I am cherished. So there are people who are really wanting to hear what you have to say, and they will receive it in a good way. But I don't think it's just what you have to say so much as, no, definitely what you have to say, but also that you said it. There's something about the way that you're saying it, the conduit you're using to say it, the way that you're sharing the information. It's almost bigger than what you have to say. That's all I can get right now, but we're gonna keep moving on. Gemini. What does Gemini need to know, need to hear, need to realize, need to understand? Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. Crown chakra. This is the illumination and enlightenment. So these are messages straight from the Almighty, the Eternal. This is also going beyond your normal abilities. It's something, like I said, larger than you. It's almost like a collective consciousness that you're tapping into. And then we have obstacles and challenges. There are 3D obstacles and challenges because not everybody is ready to hear or understand the things that you're being enlightened by, right? And so I think that that is your biggest challenge. Your biggest challenge is how do I get people to listen? How do I say these things or communicate these things in a way that people will be able to understand them? Because it's the comprehension factor that is the biggest challenge, that is going to determine whether or not people will listen to you or not. If it's too high above them, and a lot of times thoughts inspired by the crown chakra are, because how do you illuminate something somebody can't relate to? How do you make it relatable? That's the biggest obstacle, is this 3D world, right? All the restrictions and challenges that come with how people communicate and talk here. It's not just a fluid communication between you and the esoterical communicate, or thoughts, right, between you and the ether, right? It's not just that. It's how do I then translate that into 3D form? In other words, there's a huge concept, Gemini, that you have been having trouble translating into something that is practical and can be used by everyday humans. So you are working on something, definitely communications, and then bam, there's a breakthrough. And I think you needed this breakthrough. There's a lot of frustration, and there could have even been fear around it. When the sword, this is almost like the Ace of Swords, comes out, this is aha, I get it. Now the clarity, we found the answers. It's like, when you were taking a math test when you were a kid, you couldn't get it, and then all of a sudden, bam, the answer is. But the answer is really in the process, isn't it? The answer that comes out after you remember how to do the process, that's nothing. The answer is great, that's fine. But it's the process itself that was tripping you up. It's always the process, right? This is clarity in the process, okay? And then we have wisdom. Wow. Okay. Ooh. Financial and material changes. There's 3 5s here. You got 5 5 5. There's a huge change that's happening. Now, I think that what this meant was you made a lot of sacrifice, a great deal of investment, and now that investment is starting to change and pay off. It's actually maybe even using money in a way that you never used it before, and surrendering this old belief or understanding about how to use money or what success is. For you now, I think success is communication and being able to convince people of things that you see that they couldn't see before. And then suffering in silence. This has been a big sacrifice. You put a lot of yourself into it. This could also I don't use that word. This could also almost like refer to you made a huge investment. Right, so there could be a little bit of worry here in terms of finances. Am I going to get out what I put in? But ultimately, what you get out is not about finances. It's about triumph. It's about victory. It's about being able to actually have accomplished something like this. Spiritual union, you will call in people who are your soul tribe. You will connect with people who get you and understand you. People will understand you. There is something on the other side of this conversation. That's what I want you to know. It's like your communication has worked. And it really isn't about convincing somebody. It's about getting people to listen. This also does, of course, with this, fertility and connection, fertility and communications. They want to hear what you have to say. Reaching people, getting them to listen to you, and that multiplying. It's almost like fertility in terms of thoughts and ideas and idea sharing, right? Catching on like wildfire. Personally, what could this mean? Most definitely something that you created. A child, your child, creating a new child. This is a fertile time for you. Usually fertile times in Gemini energy is fertile in ideas, broadening, expanding, other people's minds being open enough to finally can get you and understand you and not block you in. This is going to feel like a really free and liberated period of your life. This could literally mean physical fertility though. So if you are looking for, if you are somebody who is, looking to get pregnant or, reproduce, etc., etc., this is talking about, yes, this is a great time to do that. It is also a great time to find love, to find people who will interest you and be interested in you. We will get into your full romance reading in the extended. I always offer an extended reading. The link is below. It's 2 readings in 1 video. Your extended reading, which is tarot, which gets into specifics and details, so we get the specific answers that we're looking for, and then the romance reading. So all of that is in that link below. But yeah, so we'll get into the romance specific over there, but this is highlighting the potential for a real connection with somebody who gets you and values you, and how that will grow. And it may even be this sense of connecting with the right people to help you along the way. It's like, yeah, you finally got the right people. That was part of the solution to the problem, right? You finally got the right minds to clink together and to solve these problems, these issues, these problems, these connectivity problems solved. And then we have the end of a tough cycle approaches, falling right on top of this. So yeah, you finally are able to love. You're finally able to open your heart to love. You're finally able to connect and have people connect with you. All of this suffering, right? You were worried, you were scared. You may not have been sharing that with the rest of the world, but there is a resolution to those issues now, where you're starting to see some calm, a time for healing. That's beautiful energy. The answers you need are coming. This is Gemini energy. What did I say? I don't think that you would have been able to heal if you still had to deal with and carry the tension that is not being able to solve the problems. The problems are being solved. The issues are being solved. Like I said, the equations are all starting to come together, and all the particulars that like those irritating things that you just couldn't figure out. And it comes through connection. And it comes through other people's ideas being added to your idea and helping you out. So opening yourself up to other people's ideas as well is a huge part of your breakthrough. Now we have help, assistance coming through, maybe from a water sign, but just emotional support, unexpected help in places that you did not expect to get help. Yeah, maybe not that you look down on people, but that you didn't expect to be encouraged by. And then we have practice. Practice makes perfect. Refining yourself, deciding to, practice makes perfect. Let's just stick with that. Reaching. This is a desire. Going after what it is that you really want, even though other people tried to hold you back. Knowing what it is that you really want. Finding a direction. You know, your curiosity can be very distracting, Gemini. This is a focus. Like finally just being able to decide and feel comfortable in making a commitment to what it is that you really want. And once you chose that focus, it's like that was another piece of the puzzle toward figuring out any of these, let's call them equations that you couldn't get right away. It's like it's like that. You've also had to let some people go, saying goodbye to things that no longer serve you, walking away from things in generosity, in gratitude, saying thank you, but at the same time, not at the same time, I've grown out of you. I've grown beyond this. Okay? You've grown beyond maybe even a friend group or a specific status in life. You're leveling up is what I'm saying, because you've found a focus and made the decision and headed in that direction. and you've been practicing and working very hard on something with people that are like-minded to you. And now you get, this is almost like the Ace of Cups. Like a wellspring of happiness. Okay? That's not bad news. But I still feel like trust. Trust is an issue. You know, emotions are tricky. It's easy to click off the thoughts, but it's not easy to click off the emotions. And there's some conflict between the past and your future. Trust. Finding new ways to trust tied down by emotions, by experiences that you've had. It's hard. It's hard, and I think that's catching you up. That's the one thing in terms of this progress that's catching you up. Do I trust? Do I dare? This looks really, really good, but I don't want to be bogged down, tied down. Should I take this offer? Should I should I invest in this, or should I trust this person? Okay? Abundance from within. This card comes out when you're finally realizing that you're just as valuable and worthy as everybody else. You know, that you've learned in some ways to not trust yourself. And that's the big problem. Because there's been so much doubt and so much criticism that you've learned how to not trust yourself. So that's really the breakthrough, is you're learning how to trust yourself again. You're fine-tuning who you are, including and especially your intuition, which is what the water and all the cups is. It's your intuition. You're learning to trust it again, because in the past you trusted it and it got you rejected, it got you punished, it got you crucified almost. Right? So it's almost like, of course, those are deterrents to behaving in a certain way, right? But the behavior wasn't wrong. It was people's reaction to it. People weren't ready. Just because they weren't ready for the full you doesn't mean the full you was incorrect. Now you're starting to be able to piece back yourself again, not having to chip away at yourself to make yourself more convenient for others. People are finally able to start seeing what you were saying all along. So it's almost like now you're realizing, I don't have to rip myself apart. Like, I don't have to piecemeal myself to make myself more digestible for people. I don't have to get angry, but I don't want to dismantle myself piece by piece. I can trust my instincts again. See, these breakthroughs are starting to show you can trust who you are again. You know, it's like, oh my God, I was right all along. But it's not arrogance. It's almost like a relief of, I can trust myself again. You know, like everybody was telling me that I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. You know, you're starting to disbelieve yourself because you're hearing it so often, and you're being sort of bullied into believing things that aren't right for your heart. But now where your heart is aligned, Gemini, is also where other people are aligning to, is what I'm saying to you. So the beautiful aspect right now is this healing about between you and the rest of your community. And then we have positive future. First of all, this speaks of good things happening or coming in the future, and that's because you're getting everything together now. This card talks about how the steps that we're taking now are actually creating a better space 10 years from now. And you recognize that in recognizing how the past 10 years has gotten you to where you are. Realizing that where you are now is sort of like a vibration that's going to happen in the future. So you're building something positive for the future. Okay, damn. Let's look at Lenormand. For Gemini, please. Gemini. Nope. It didn't want to come out. Didn't want to come out. And that's fine. Let's get into the dream cards. We have obstacles. Okay, wealth wasn't, so money, finances were a big obstacle for you. But guess what? You're finally starting to, it's not going to be an obstacle anymore. You know, those financial obstacles were really investments. And I know that investments like take money away, but eventually they don't take money away, they start producing money. So finances have been a real obstacle for you. Those are the obstacles that are going to start to lead somewhere. This is also, no, let's just stick with that. I don't want to overspeak. TikTok. Okay. You have felt, first of all, TikTok to me means it's time. Finally, it's time. There's a huge breakthrough. But TikTok also means that you've been feeling the rush. You've been feeling, okay, time's running out. I need to do this. This has to happen. This has to happen. You know, it's like you feel like you're up against the clock. Also, from my perspective, time is up. Time is running out, but in a good way. In the cookies are almost baked. Things are almost ready type of way. Time is going to start being on your side again. Thinker. Time to think. Time to just allow yourself to be lost in thought for a while. Because thought is like breath for you. You finally have that ability. Also, the timeliness of your thoughts. It's like your thoughts came out, like I said before, your thoughts came out before anybody was really ready for the thoughts themselves. Your thoughts are, it's like your thoughts are what's done. This is really hard for me to explain. I don't know why. I don't usually have this much problems communicating the idea, but that's the thing. I think the ideas are starting to come together and just form right now. And we still have some time to wait to really see their complete fruition. Clearing negativity, release negativity from within or around you. Let's get into the animal totem cards. There's a huge release, Gemini. There's a sense of this doom and gloom that was hanging over you. It's not there anymore. It's not there. And that's the biggest burden to be relieved. So whatever your biggest burden was, expect there to be some sort of relief. These are your animal totem cards, Gemini. Animal totems are really important. Look for these animals, not just the actual animals, but like the symbols, the imagery of the animals, so that you know Spirit's trying to communicate with you. Like, look around you when you see these images. Cat. First card out and right up in front of me. Claim your independence. You feel free again. You feel liberated. Whatever was making you feel bogged down, your emotions, other people's feeling, whatever it was, you're liberated again. Finally, you're free. This could be, this could be you claiming your financial independence. This could also just be you claiming independence from giving a shit about what anybody else thinks. There is always enough. This is Piscean energy. Just an abundance around you. Just you have enough. You don't have to worry. You may be claiming your independence from your emotions or too many emotions. No more emotions. You're just now finally free and you can think clearly again. Trust in divine detours. This is Coyote energy. Tells us to be malleable, to go with the flow and be master improvisers. And if asked to take hang a left when we were supposed to go right, to do it. But this is, you like the spontaneity. This could also mean that you are traveling and then life is speeding up. This is your energy. It's taking off. You're taking off. That's what this is saying. And you like life in the fast lane. Gemini energy, please. These are your angel messages. Archangel Sandalphon is here. I have heard your call for help. Your prayer will soon be answered. Straight out of the gate, man. Archangel Raphael, feel yourself surrounded by my emerald green light. I, Archangel Raphael, offer you healing and solace. The storm clouds will soon clear and the sun will shine eternally bright. Trust. You have two angels all around you right now saying they're helping you, your prayers are being answered, and you're healing. Gratitude. Make gratitude your new attitude. The stars will shine brighter upon you. All in your world will become lighter. This is really a cure for the ailments that have been suppressing people's voice. Let's go to tarot. I want to clarify a lot of this. The link is below. I'll see you guys over there.